Hello students, today we will start with exercise 3.1 of our chapter 3, that is understanding quadrilaterals. So in the previous materials that I have forwarded you have understood about different types of polygons based on the sides or based on the equality of sides and angles and everything, and you have also learned about the properties of different types of quadrilaterals. So here we will begin with exercise 3.1. Of our first question of exercise 3.1, you will see that some figures are given and you have to classify each one of them on the basis of the given category. So you will have to try this it by yourself. What you will have to do is you will draw the given figure as given in the question, and then on the side you can put an arrow mark and write down in which type of category it belongs to, whether it's a concave polygon, it's closed, it's open, all of this different types as it is mentioned in the question. So question number 1, please draw the diagrams with pencil and scale and write down the category on the side. So this will be your homework. Okay, so we will continue from number 2, which we have a little numericals involved here. Now in question number 2 it is given how many diagonals each of the following have. Now normally when a quadrilateral or polygon is given, suppose a square is given, so what do I do? Or rectangle, suppose I say there is a rectangle given, how many diagonals are there? This is a diagonal and this one is another diagonal. I can count there are 2 diagonals. But when the polygon is like having n number of sides, say 10 number of sides or 12 number of sides, a big polygon, what happens? It's difficult to draw all the diagonals and count the exact number of diagonals. There might be some mistakes. So there is a formula to find out the number of diagonals. This you can do, we'll start number 2 later. There is a formula like number of diagonals, how will you in a polygon is equal to n into n minus 3 by 2, where what is n? N is the number of sides of the polygon. Okay, so this is the formula you need to remember. So in using this formula you can calculate the number of diagonals in a given polygon. Suppose if you have to calculate this here, what are the number of sides? 4. So in place of n, that is n is the number of sides, you will place 4 and calculate and find out the number of diagonals in a polygon. So this is the formula that you will be using for question number 2. So let us start with question number 2. Number A is given as a convex quadrilateral. Convex means you know, that is not important to find whether it's a concave or convex quadrilateral. Here we need what is the polygon. The polygon is a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has how many sides? 4 sides. So how do I find here the number of diagonals here? So here number of sides, comma, which is small letter n, is equal to 4. So how do I calculate the number of diagonals? I'll put it in this formula. So what we'll do? Therefore, number of diagonals, let's calculate this by substituting. This is the formula. Let's see. So n is 4. This is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1 by 2. 2 gets cancelled here. So see, the answer is 2 here. Okay, so the number of diagonals in a quadrilateral, the square is also a quadrilateral, rectangle is also a quadrilateral. So you can see easily if you draw any quadrilateral, there will be 2 number of diagonals. Okay, now you have B and C here. For B and C, question number B is a regular hexagon. Hexagon means what? It has 6 sides. And regular means all the sides and angles are equal. So here what will be n? N means number of sides is equal to 6. So if you put it in this formula, can you find out the number of diagonals? Yes, obviously you can. Similarly, in question number C, it's given a triangle. Now all of you know, in a triangle how many sides are there? 3 sides are there. You have this formula, you have the value of n. If you put it in the formula, you can find. So for question number B and C, you will find out the number of diagonals as you have done this way. You will write properly here the number of sides. For number B it will be 6, for number C it will be 3, and find out the number of diagonals for the given quadrilateral. Okay, so let us move on to question number 3 now. Now let us see what is given in question number 3. What is the sum of the measure of the angles of a convex quadrilateral? Okay, so it's the sum of measures of all the angles of any quadrilateral. There is a formula actually. There is a formula to find out the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral. This is n minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay, and what is n? N is the number of sides. And all of us already know that the quadrilaterals, like in a triangle, the sum of all the angles is 180 degree, and the sum of all the angles in a quadrilateral, whether it's concave or convex, it is equal to 360 degree. You can also put quadrilateral has 4 sides, 4 minus 2 is equal to 2, 2 into 180 is equal to 360. But you don't have to calculate and show. So for a 3 solution, this is only the part, this is the formula for finding the total number of angles, interior angles in a polygon. So you can write like this: the sum of, it's a statement, full statement, the measures, sum of the measures, you can write it from the question, of the angles of a convex quadrilateral is 360 degree. So this is the first part. Now second part is given, will this property hold true or hold if the quadrilateral is not convex? So obviously it will hold true if it is not convex, because the quadrilateral, whether it is convex or concave, it will have 4 sides since it is a quadrilateral, and if we put 4 minus 2 into 180, it will give me 360. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether it is a concave or convex polygon, the sum of the angles, interior angles, will always give me the thing. So now I'll explain this, so you can just directly write in a statement, yes, this property will hold true even if the quadrilateral is not convex. Okay, now I'll show you with the help of an example how can you understand this. This part is the solution of this question, but I'll show you the explanation which is not required to write down for the solution, but you need to understand how is it coming. Now suppose I have a quadrilateral, say this, I'm using pen, but never use pen for drawing anything, please use pen. Suppose this is my quadrilateral, say A, B, C, D. All of you know what quadrilateral is. Now you know, if I have drawn this is a diagonal, there can be another diagonal. So here you can see that when I drew this diagonal, the whole quadrilateral is divided into 2 triangles. One is triangle this and another is this triangle. Now the whole quadrilateral is the sum of, if I need to find out how many angles are there, what is the total sum of the angles, can I add this, all these angles? Yes. Now if I see this particular triangle, I can see that what is this angle sum property of a triangle? 180 degree. So for triangle, suppose ABD, the sum of the triangles will be equal to how much? Angle, it will be equal to 180 degree. This is just for your explanation. Please make sure you don't write this part in the solution. Only this part is required. Now, and for this particular triangle, for triangle BCD, what is the angle sum property? This is 180 degree. If you add them, what do you get? You get 360 degree. That means the sum of this whole quadrilateral, angles of this quadrilateral is 360 degree. This is a convex quadrilateral. Now if I show you another quadrilateral that is concave, okay, or not convex, suppose, wait a minute, okay, suppose this is my quadrilateral. Is it not a quadrilateral? It has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, obviously. Say, let me name it as P, Q, R and S. Suppose this is my diagonal. Now, when I drew this diagonal, is it not divided into this as one triangle and this as one triangle? So from this triangle, that is PQS, what is this is a triangle, so angle sum property will be again equal to 180 degree, right? For this, and for this triangle, triangle QRS, it will also be 180 degree. And if I add, both of them will give me the whole quadrilateral. Okay, so what I get it as 360 degrees. So if you can see that whether it is a concave or convex quadrilateral, both will give me the angles, interior angle. These are interior angles, right? All this, the sum of all the interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. Okay, this part is not required for you to solve and show. This is required just for you to understand how it happens, because simply I cannot write you yes it holds true. I can, but I have to make you understand how it works. So please go through this. You can draw any, name it as any PQRS or ABCD, LMNOP, anything, and you can try. Okay, you'll see the quadrilateral sum of the interior angles always will give you 360 degree. Okay, now so today we'll do one more question for this video, that is question number 4. It is given, examine the table. There is a table given. All of you please see the textbook. There is a table given. What can you say about the angle sum of a convex polygon with the given number of sides? Okay, so there are different types of polygons given, and those are convex polygons, and number of sides are given. If it is a triangle, it has 3 sides. If it is a hexagon, it will have 6 sides, like that. So I have to find out. So as I told you before, if we need to find out the sum, this is for your information, not the solution part, sum of interior angles of a polygon, how do you find? There is a formula, is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree. And what is n? N is the number of sides. So please remember this formula, as you have to remember how to find out the number of diagonals. So if a polygon is given, suppose it's a pentagon, then you will have to know this pentagon has 5 sides. 5 minus 3, 2 is equal to 3, 3 into 180, and you will get what will be the sum of the interior angles. Or if it is said angle sum property is always means the interior angle, it doesn't mean the exterior angles. Okay, so let us try question number A, which is given as 7. What is 7? Here, number of sides n is equal to 7. Okay, so therefore angle sum property of the angle sum means the sum of all the angles. Okay, it was given, this statement was given in the question, so I'll write it that way. Angle sum of the polygon having how many sides? 7 sides. Having 7 sides is equal to how much? N minus 2 into 180 degree. This is the formula that I am using. N is how much? 7 minus 2 into 180 degree. So 7 minus 2 is how much? 5 into 180 degree. Okay. So what will it be? Equal to 5 into is equal to 900 degree. So this way we find out the number of sides given in number of sum of the angles of a polygon when the number of sides is given. Okay, so you can see you have B, C and D also here. You can try this. Okay, in question number D, remember that it is given as n. Don't get confused. You just, this part will be here, n will be the question. Here number of sides, n is equal to n, directly you write, and angle sum property, so you will write till here, because n is not given, you don't know n, so it will be till here for number D, and you don't have to worry. In number B and C, numbers are given, so then just put it in the formula and calculate. So I hope this is helpful. You have got 2 formulas today, one to find out the sum of the interior angles of a polygon, and one was the number of diagonals for a given polygon. So we'll continue with the rest part of the exercise in our next video. Hope this was helpful. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.